Hello everyone, this is Ken Komet, your host for CondoVoice.com. I'm here at THG Rentals in Largo with John Holcomb, the owner, and we're think tanking a solution to a problem. We have a boardwalk wood deck that's recently been remodeled. It's on the beach. Some of the boards have settled, and we have unevenness between some of the boards, leaving us with a trip and fall hazard, possibly. So one of the solutions would be to remove some of the boards and uplift some of the stringers or the supports so we could get it back even again, maybe get some additional foundation supports in there. But as you know, if you've ever done a wood deck and you've used good quality screws, especially stainless steel screws, which was our case here, removing those screws, sometimes they don't come out very easily, or they strip. The heads of them strip and you're kind of stuck. So what we're trying to do now is even out the boards without removing them. So John has a couple of solutions here. One of them, John, is what? What have we got in our hand right here?
We have a vibrator sander or oscillating sander made by Clark, which is basically a finish sander, but with an aggressive sandpaper. You can take down up to 1/4 inch. So it would, and it doesn't leave a lot of streaks. It oscillates. So it would, take down the area that you want to and help eliminate that.
It looks like we have 36 grit to give you an idea of its coarseness. So we start with the 36 and maybe we go to a higher number on a 60 or 100. Okay.
Yeah, the higher the number, the smaller the stone.
Okay. Now what's going to happen, for example, when I start hitting the screws?
The screws could rip it. So you're going to have to take a hammer, which you can do with a stainless steel, and take them down in, but it would rip the sandpaper.
Maybe a punch, maybe like a nail punch?
A nail punch.
Punch them down a little bit down so we can get about a 1/16 of an eighth of an inch clearance or whatever we need?
Right.
Okay, so we're going to do not just, let's say you've got two boards that are one's higher than the other, you're going to do like an area as opposed to just those two boards.
Right, you're going to do a whole area because these are 16 inches by 18 inches.
Okay.
And so when you are using them, I mean, just by the virtue of the size of the machine, you've got to do a bigger area.
Okay, John, tell us about the machine that we're going to use to sand down the deck with.
This machine is made by Clark. It's an American-made machine. It's made to finish wood product or refinish wood product. And it's very simple to use.
So I can use this for interior hardwood, but in our particular application here, we can use it for an exterior wood deck, pressure treated.
That's correct.
Okay, and I've got stain on this deck, so what I'm going to do is take down this wood to the level that I want and then just restain it, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so how do we apply the sandpaper?
Very easily. You just lay the machine back. Put this like this. And bring the machine forward. And the weight of the machine holds it in place. Then you plug it in, turn on the switch, and it vibrates.
And I see we have a vacuum bag here too, keep the dust down?
That's right, and it has a fan motor in it, so it takes up most of the sawdust.
Okay, and with any tool like this, you would recommend, in this particular application, wearing a goggles and a face mask, right?
Yes, of course, always.
Because we're going to get a lot of pressure treated dust. What's in that dust? You know?
Not really.
Probably a little arsenic. I think they use arsenic to treat pressure treated wood, don't they?
That's why they took it out of the playgrounds for children, because of the arsenic. Yeah.
All right, real good. Okay, thanks. Okay, we're back. Now, John, you're going to show me this different looking piece of sandpaper. How does this affix to what machine are we going to use this for?
This goes on a drum sander for wood. Okay, it is also made by Clark, but we don't have one in the store right now, but it is a more aggressive application. You use this on older wood floors that are warped, and you could use this very well on your deck.
Sounds to me like this might actually be better than the flat.
It could be. It just depends on how bad the wood is on your deck. I mean, if it's it's an application that where you really have a lot of warping, then yes, this is a good application.
And that's called a what again?
A Clark Easy 8 floor sander.
Great. Now, give me an idea of price for the flat. Let's talk about the drum sander. How much would that rent per day?
The drum sander and the vibrator sander both rent for $40 a day or $160 a week.
And how much we buy the sandpaper from you, and what's your cost on a typical? Give me a 10 by 10 hardwood floor. How much sandpaper we're going to use?
Average is about $15 to $20 worth of sandpaper.
Per 100 square feet?
About that, yeah.
Really?
10 by 10.
Okay, great. All right. All right, everybody, we're back. Ken Comet again with John Holcomb. We've got a third option. We've got an all-purpose machine here that is going to help us out with our wood deck sanding. John, looks to me like we got a circular housing on that, and you're holding a circular piece of sandpaper in your hand. What do we got here?
Well, we have a 17-inch floor machine with a sandpaper attachment, and then the sandpaper, which is 36 grit, which goes under the machine and then goes in a circular motion. You can use this machine for cleaning concrete, taking off old paint. Also, you could use it on the deck for a light application for just smoothing out the whole deck.
Okay, so now for concrete, we're talking about a whole different sanding piece of material, right? What do we use for that? Oh, we use this on sandpaper? We use this on
Sandpaper.
concrete.
You could use this on concrete too. This is not for smoothing it out.
Okay.
This is for cleaning it up. If you get tile that you've taken up and you've got a slight bit of glue on it or any kind of residue left over, this will take it off.
All right, real good. And that leaves circular lines in the concrete that I would then finish with a sort of a floor coating product,
Well,
right?
when you're done with the heavier sandpaper, then you go to a lighter sandpaper, and that'll smooth it out too.
Very good. Okay, how does this affix to the machine? If I was to rent this, or a maintenance man was going to rent it, is it rocket science, or is this pretty easy?
Learn how to do this in the military. It's locked on.
All right.
Goes back underneath, the sandpaper goes underneath it.
Sandpaper just rests underneath the material. Is there like a locking nut or something
Yes,
that?
there is.
Okay, good. All right, it's electric. You just hook it up to regular 110 volt, and away you go.
Yeah, and you got a 50-foot cord on it. Bring it back, lock it down, and don't fight it. Just
Let the machine do the work.
machine do the work.
Very good. Okay, that's our third option on repairing an uneven, undulating wood deck.